guess how you doing, it's Willie. So basically what's going on in this three-part special. Did he say three-part special? Yes, it did. Is I'm going to tell you all a class assignment that happened to me in college. You guys are like, well, you're already done with college, why are you focusing on that? It's a fun college assignment, and I want to share it with you all. And I think I've got it to where the video is not corrupt now. Now, for a long time it was. But basically, what's going to happen in this three-part special is in this first part, I'm going to give you the backstory of the actual assignment. Then in the second part, I'm going to show you the footage of the assignment. And then in the third part, I'm going to show you the evidence of the assignment. Now, if you know me, I just gave you a hint right there when I used the word evidence. Because what is this particular assignment about? Well, let me give you a little bit more backstory. It was my freshman year in college, second semester, right? So, yay me, right? But anyways, at the longest time at the campus there, they only have one building to work at. You guys are like, well, they can support a whole town with one building? Yes, it's a small town, okay? It's a very small town. Well, not small, but it ain't a big city. So, and then they finally got permission and enough funds to build a new building. And this new building was about 5 or 6 years in the work. Okay? And luckily, when I started college, they just now got the daggone thing to where it would only take about one semester before they would officially let students go over to the new building. Now they were still using the old building at this point to teach some classes, but we were in the new building as well. And I can remember there for this particular semester, I have one class over in the old building, and then one class over in the new building, and then I would be done for the day. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, at that time, it wasn't that easy, but looking back at it, it was easy because I only did about a half a day when this past semester I was doing a full day of college classes. But I'm getting off topic. Let me get back on topic here. So I wrote into this class called Public Speaking. And look, all I need to know is speech class. I know how to do speeches and all that. Heck, I make YouTube videos for a hobby. I know how to do this. And Mom's like, will you just calm down? Because, see, my mom plays a particular role in this story. Or she plays a particular role in every day of my life. I'll tell you all about me real quick. If y'all didn't know it, I have a disability called cerebral palsy. And I'm in a motorized wheelchair, which basically means I need assistance for just about everything I do except for doing YouTube videos. I can do that on my own, right? Yep, I went there. But basically I have her go to college with me to take notes and do all that fun stuff at college, right? So Mom's like, just calm down and give it a try. I'm like, alright, but I don't think I need it, typical teenager at this point because I was still about 18 years old. So teacher walks in. This teacher has some stories up to you. She's done everything. She's been everywhere. She's been to Nashville. She's got records out for heaven's sakes. I'm not going to give you any names or anything of anybody that has to do with this story, except for Mama, which y'all know her as Mama Willie. Just because I haven't got the right or their consensus to use their name in a video, so I'm not going to step on any toes. But it's skipped about 3 months ahead, and we're getting ready for finals. And it being a speech class, when you know what we had to do for a final was do a panel speech. Now, if y'all don't know what a panel speech is, a group of people can be guys and gals. It could just be guys. It could just be girls. You know that they're not being racist or anything like that. And I'm not trying to be either. But basically, you get a group of about 3 or 4 people up on stage, and they have different roles in that particular panel speech to do. So she writes a subject up on the board that we need to focus on, and the subject was communication. She's like, you can do anything with communication that y'all can think of, but just let it be with communication. I'm like, okay, it seems easy. And then she divides us up into groups. Now, me being the only guy in a group of 3 girls was fun, but they didn't know what they wanted to do the panel speech about. And luckily, I had Mama Willie there, and she suggested a topic to him of communicating with ghosts, like kind of doing a ghost hunt. And they jumped right on board with the idea, and they're like, okay, cool. Here's the next dilemma we gotta figure out. Where, as a group of 5 students, can we go ghost hunt without disturbing anybody? Okay, so I know the old building used to be renovated out of a hospital. I don't remember if I said that earlier or not, but it was. And basically, let me give you a little bit of backstory about the hospital now. So, it was originally started out of one building in the 50s, and they just, they just added on more space when they needed it. Well, they originally ran out of land in the mid to late 80s. And basically what happened then was they had to buy more ground and build a bigger hospital in the mid to late 80s. So we're like, okay. So the building that Walker State used to run out of all the time sat there with not many students in it at one point. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the building that they used for a long time was sitting there from the mid to late 80s with nobody in it, still sitting as a hospital. Because if y'all don't know anything about the nursing program or doctors or the hospital, they just move everybody out, leave all the stuff sitting there. And Walker State, because see, they're originally up in Morristown, but they come down around my town, which I'm not going to give that on video, but I'm just going to say I'm somewhere in East Tennessee. They come down around my town, and they actually bought the old hospital. Okay, so here is their dilemma. They got a hospital. They want to make it a college. Okay, so they bought the building in either, I can't remember if it was 96 or 97. It was 1 in 2 years. They had to completely renovate the whole building, and this building has got 6 floors if you include the basement. Okay, But as a group, Walter State decided not to renovate the fifth floor or the morgue. Okay? And what's interesting about this building is it's sitting on top of a natural spring. Keep that in mind as I'm telling you the rest of the background. So, now that they got all the students over in the new building, I know I'm going back and forth a whole lot here, but try to keep this correct in my mind because I've recorded this about 6 times now and I haven't got it right yet. So I'm doing this the 7th or 8th time now. Not many students are still in the building. Yes, they still use it for some classes, but namely it's just sitting over there with nobody in it. So I got the bright idea of talking with the girls. I go down to campus security. I'm like, hey, I know that people are not allowed to be up on the 5th floor because it is still laid out like the hospital was. And guys, when you go up on the 5th floor, it's dark. The paint's peeling. They got holes in the walls. They've got ceiling falling down. I mean, it is bad. They've got no power up there. I mean, it's bad, but basically it's still good enough for people to be up there, but they just didn't want it to become a safety hazard. So they blocked the floor off, and they didn't do that originally, but I want to say they blocked it off in either 2003 or 2004, I want to say. I don't know that for a fact, but from talking to other professors at the campus, that's what I want to say. So they're like, usually we don't let students up there, but since you get a class project, we'll let you up there. Well, that good. So we picked a day and everything. And we're like, we'll do it. And we're like, okay, now that we get that figured out, I need to do some research of the building. So I kind of told you the research, but I got to looking into it because, see, my position in the group was to show the evidence and kind of give a little background about the building. So I went and done that. And then we went and done a ghost hunt, which you all are fixing to see in the next part of this video. Which, by the way, guys, I want to quickly tell you that this next part that you all fixing to see, it's going to be a long one. It's over 2 hours long. And basically it was recorded on my old GoPro, which I don't even have now. Threw that thing away about a year ago. And it is in a waterproof case, and it is mounted down on a strap down point on my wheelchair. So you are going to be looking down at the floor angled up. You know, that'll kind of give you the angle of the camera. But like I said, it's on GoPro. And so yes, it is going to be pretty bad quality, but I still want to show you all the clip because it is pretty interesting. Anyways, I'm done rambling for this part, so I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. We'll see you in part 2.
It ain't the money, it ain't the fame.